This is Gray with the Gray Matters blog, and I'm going to be posing and answering 3 different hypothetical questions today. Those questions are going to be, if you could choose only one single superpower, which one would it be? If you could choose to have the powers of a Harry Potter wizard or a Star Wars Jedi, which would you choose? And if you had a button that you could press that would give you $1 million, would you press the button? Full explanation and caveats by the end, as always. I'm actually doing this video as the beginning of a series where I'm going to offer longer form explanations to my hypotheticals over here on YouTube as part of a way to, 1, migrate as much as we can from TikTok for obvious reasons, as well as just a way to offer you these longer videos where I can really talk for a longer period of time and not have to try to keep it under the minute to 2 minutes that really only performs well over on TikTok. So the first question is, if you could only have one single superpower, what would it be? And the full explanation and caveats here is that it cannot be a power set. It has to be an entire one power, which means that you cannot choose, say, for instance, Superman's power set or the Force from Star Wars. It has to be a single power such as super strength, super speed, one singular thing. Also, as usual, I am not allowing things like reality manipulation, omnipotence, or omniscience, or really anything with the word omni in it, just because the ability to literally do anything I want is kind of boring and not very useful for these kind of discussions. Now, we're also going to say that you are going to have this power at sort of a moderate level, not a omega level, mutant level, not an incredibly powerful level, but at a decently high level. So we're talking Captain America's strength, not necessarily Superman's strength. And for me, my answer is going to be that 100% I want super healing. I want Wolverine-esque healing, not necessarily at Wolverine's level, at the highest level that I am able to get through this power, but that's the one that I want. And here's the reason why. Way back whenever the show Heroes was on television, my wife and I had a very similar discussion, and that's actually where some of these superpower-esque discussions come from, is us talking about that show. And I always said you had to pick the cheerleader superpower. That was going to be the obvious choice. And the reason for that being is any other superpower could come in handy. It could be useful to you at some point. The cheerleader power, the power to regenerate, the Wolverine Deadpool-esque regeneration is the only power you are 100% guaranteed to need at some point in your life. I guarantee you will need to heal at some point. If nothing else, one day you will be laying on the ground dying, whether it's from old age or whether it's from a gunshot wound. And if you picked any power other than regeneration, you will be laying there thinking, God, I wish I had picked regeneration. We will discuss the nature of immortality later. I actually have an entire short story that I wrote about it. Let me know in the comments if you want to have an entire discussion on immortality. I can make a whole video. I can talk for like 30 minutes on the concept of immortality and why I think people get it so wrong when they're having discussion with that. So if you want to hear about that, let me know. Now, to tackle our second question, we're going to be looking at if you could choose between being a Harry Potter wizard and a Jedi, which one would you choose? And I think that the answer here is going to really depend on some of the caveats I'm about to give you, which is you do not necessarily have to be a Jedi. We're really talking more about being a Force user, although I will also let you have a lightsaber, even though that is not technically part of the Force user package. So here for the full explanation and caveats of this question is that you're going to be able to take those powers and you're going to have them in our modern world. So if you are choosing Harry Potter wizard, you're going to have a wand, you're going to have the ability to make potions and all that sort of thing, but you'll have access to potion ingredients, everything like that, but you're going to have them in our world. You will be able to do anything a wizard would be able to do. We're going to say that you're not necessarily naturally a Dumbledore, but you would be something like a trained Auror. You would be a well-trained, capable wizard. And of course, the other option is to choose a Force user from Star Wars. And in that case, you're going to be kind of Jedi Knight level. You're not necessarily Yoda. You're not necessarily a master, but you are a very capable user of the Force. And you would have all the powers that the Force has, the Force push, all the different telekinesis aspects that they have. You would have the Force suggestion, all that sort of thing. All of those things, Jedi mind tricks, all of that is going to be on the table. And you are going to be in our world and have access to those things. So whenever you're just choosing, that's really the level we're choosing at. Now, for me, I'm going to say that I would 100% pick Harry Potter wizard, because in a straight combat kind of setting, you're absolutely better off being or at least as good off being a For my pick, I am definitely choosing a Harry Potter wizard, mostly because of the versatility. Not only does it have the combat abilities, which the Jedi has in spades, but it also has all these different potions. It has all this different healing. It has all these just various things. It's an almost infinite list of things you can do. So while they may be very evenly matched in a more combat-y type element for just making my daily life easier and better, I think the answer is going to be a Harry Potter wizard. For the last option, we're going to be talking about whether or not you would press a button for $1 million. Now, of course, the full explanation and caveats here is that you are going to be given a button. If you press it, you know that someone in the world will die. It will not be you. And someone somewhere will die. You do not know anything about them. It will be decided by meters that you are not even aware of. And there is an infinitesimal chance it could be someone that you know, but since the pool is literally everyone in the entire world, the odds of it being someone that you know are infinitesimal. And because every time I ask this question, the main thing people ask me is, how many times can I push it? And the answer is as many as you want and receive as many millions of dollars you want. The millions of dollars will also be in your native currency, whatever type of currency you use where you live, and there will be no questions asked. The government will not come after you for taxes. You will be able to do whatever you want with this money. And whenever I'm faced with this question, I have to say that, unfortunately, I'm the type of person that cannot compromise my morals. No matter how much I might want that money, and no matter how much I may be willing to, like, certain people. Now, if we get to pick the targets of the button, then that's going to be a very different answer for me, and I feel like for a bunch of different people. And I have answered a question or asked a question like that in other videos. So if you'd kind of like to discuss that one, let me know in the comments. But as far as would I just kill a random person, that's the sort of thing that I believe is wrong. And unfortunately, I am of the type of person that if I start compromising on any morals, I will compromise on all of them. So unfortunately, I have to be uncompromising. Therefore, no matter how much I may want that $1 million, I would never press that button, nor would I allow anyone else to press it. So don't worry, if you're ever given one of those buttons, it's not from me. So guys, let me know. I need some feedback. If you want more videos like this, let me know. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel right now. All the videos on here are super old. So make sure that you kind of let us know if this is what you want more of so we can start putting more and more videos over here on the YouTube channel and kind of getting a presence here. Let me know what other kind of videos you'd like, and let me know what other hypotheticals, either my own or yours, if you would like to pose them to me, that you would like me to pose and then discuss here in a longer format. So let me know in the comments, and thank you all for joining me from the Gray Matters blog.